For most of my life, my taste in music was kind of all over the place. I listened to practically anything, whether it was pop, country music, music in my own country, basically anything that I would have heard in a YouTube video. I would have searched it up and I would add it to my playlist of my most favorite songs. But you see, out of all of the genres of musics, I never really liked rap and heavy metal. It was just the guys yelling at the top of their lungs and them rapping about how many bitches they have fucked and how many drugs they have taken and all of these other bullshit. No, that just is not for me. Maybe the reason why I never liked it was because I was raised in a pretty good household. Like, my parents made me a believer ever since I was a newborn, but not the way that they forced me into it. No, that they just said to me that if you'll be good, and if you'll act good and do good things, you will go to heaven. You will go to God, the good deeder that will reward you decades down the line. But if you'll act evil, if you will output negative energy into the outside world, and if you'll be bad to the people around you, you will be punished by Satan in hell. And I was naturally a good kid. Like, I just never saw the point of being a mean kid, like making fun of others and stuff like that. Also, like bullying others. No. And so the only music that I really listened to, that I really liked, were, for example, no copyright sound musics and Minecraft musics. Those kinds of upbeat musics that bring you into a good mood, that create memories, that make you more productive while you listen to them. Those kinds of musics. And I remember there was this one time, back when I was 12 years old in 2019, we went to visit a family friend of ours because my mom wanted to see her. And she had a son who was my classmate. Well, he wasn't in the same classroom as me. I was the A and he was B. That's the way that we were divided. There was just that many of us. That was the way how we functioned from like 5th grade onwards. And so after 5th grade, we kind of fell off. We stopped talking, and to be honest, we never really were compatible with each other. But don't get me wrong, he was a nice dude, and he was a really famous extrovert in our village. Like, bro, everyone knew that guy. And so of course he knew that I was a good guy, and he would treat me as such. And so as we finally arrived at their house, and his mom told us to sit down, after like 30 minutes, she told me, "Oh hey TR, why don't you go and open the gate for him? He's just outside our backyard. The key is on the tree." And so I went through the entire backyard all the way to him. And he said, "Hi TR, what's up?" And I said, "Oh, nothing much," or something like that. And so I opened the gate for him. And as he was getting closer to me, I could hear this really loud and very transistic music coming from his headphones. And as he was approaching me closer, he was 2 meters from me. It was louder. And when he was 1 meter from me, I could have heard it. I could have heard the beats. Like if I was wearing the headphones myself. And then I was like, "Oh, what are you listening to?" And all he did was, "Oh, do you want some?" And so he took off the headphones and I put it on, and bro, no offense to him, but that was just pure fucking degeneracy. And me being the 12-year-old that didn't want to offend anyone, I just said, "Oh yeah, it's kind of nice." Well, there was this guy who was yelling at the top of his lungs. I don't know about what. I couldn't even make out the lyrics. I think he was speaking English, but bro, I just couldn't understand him at all. It was horrible. And bro, the volume that he was listening to music, he was literally putting himself in a trance. Like if he was high on weed or if he had been drinking or something like that. And that right there was the first time that I truly experienced a person who was really addicted to these degenerate musics. This genre that just didn't attract me at all. In fact, it repelled me. Like every time I've heard a rap song, I just didn't like it. I just didn't like the beats, the people screaming. Like sure, Eminem is okay, but like Tekashi 69, yeah, that kind of rap, it repels me so fucking much. It's just not for me, bro. And so as we were coming home later that day, I just thought to myself, does he really listen to that in his free time? He cannot be that degenerate, right? And now years later, they have kicked him out of his middle school. Of course, I missed out like 1000 other details, but I'm not gonna go very deep into that. And now I don't even see him anymore, because he had moved to an entirely different city. So he doesn't even live in the same village as me anymore. Yeah. And you see, when I got on self-improvement in summer of 2023, and I really started to work hard on myself, and when I discovered the power of books, and when I started to make these videos, for example, I was always debating, should I listen to this kind of upbeat music that I really liked, or should I just listen to nothing? Well, I had been debating that for a long time, and so I experimented with music while editing the videos. Like for example this one that you're watching right now. When I'm editing this, I am listening to music to make the process go by easier. And in the end, I found out that while doing something, like for example driving in a car, editing a video, jumping on a trampoline, riding a bicycle, when you do these activities and you listen to, for example, no copyright music or Minecraft music, or for example positive music, like for example Coldplay makes, it just makes you focus better. And that's exactly what I had started doing for the past like several months. And now, thanks to the motivation that I get from music every single day, I find myself way more productive than ever before. And bro, you can just look at this YouTube channel. Look at how much I've been consistent. And bro, not only that, but my productivity in the gym, my grades in school, all of that is because of music motivating me to make the progress that will get me closer to my goals. And so in this video, we will go over the cons and pros of rap songs and these positive songs that I like to listen to, how they can make you and how they can break you. And then in the end, I will give a powerful analogy that will help you decide even better. So let's first go over the pros of rap songs. Well, the biggest pro, and possibly the only one that I can think about, is you being compatible with 99% of people in the world. You know, the same 99% of degenerates who can't control themselves, who rely on instant gratification activities to get some pleasure from life because they don't get it in a real life. They don't have quality relationships, so they spend most of their time on social media, scrolling on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, for some sense of fun. They play video games because they have no purpose in life. Their position in the social hierarchy is so low that they have to masturbate like 5 times per day just to compensate for the lack of sexual pleasure that they get from the women and from the men around them. And not only that, but also with those degenerates that go out into nightclubs. Those kinds of degenerates who literally sleep with hoes, who literally damage their souls. Those kinds of degenerates that literally drink so much alcohol that they almost choke on their vomit. And not to also mention their drug addiction, their smoking addiction, you get what I'm saying. These kinds of low value people who cannot control their amygdala, their instant gratification desires. Those degenerates who cannot sit down and actually do the work to get the delayed gratification from life. But like, yeah, you'll be compatible with them. Good job, you'll never be alone. But you'll never attract the high quality people. And you know what they say? You are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So good job. At the cost of you never being alone. Because you've been an extrovert ever since you were born, and you can't handle the feeling of being alone. You've paid at the price of your mental health. And now you're dealing with the consequences. And so you further indulge in the instant gratification activities. You listen to more of this degenerate music that is slowly cucking you, that is slowly destroying your attention span, that is completely destroying your taste in women. Let me ask you, where do they play the rap songs? In clubs, right? And so that's why they attract so much low value people. And so yeah, the pro of a rap song is that you'll be compatible with so many people around you, but not the high quality people. And the con is that your mental health will get fucked, and it will be way harder for you to quit the instant gratification activities. Your productivity will go down, your discipline, your willpower, your focus, your ability to be productive, all of it will get shattered. And so now, what are the pros and cons of positive songs? Well, the con is that no one will like to listen to them. Only the top 1% of people. The 1% of people that are working hard on themselves every single day, and those that understand motivation and how to leverage it to their advantage. Those that understand that when you play music, you instantly become way more productive because they put you into this state of fun, into this state of flow. Like for example, if you played A Sky Full of Stars by Coldplay to a degenerate, he would think that you really listen to this in your free time? Your taste in music is fucking trash. Here, have a listen to this. And it's a song of a guy who is rapping at the top of his lungs on how much drugs he has taken in the past month, how many bitches has he fucked, and he doesn't even remember their names. Yeah. And now, the pros of positive songs is that they will improve your mental health. They will improve your positive thinking. They will make you more focused. They will make you more productive. And these kinds of benefits that the 1% of people appreciate. And so now, before we make the choice, I want to give you the analogy that I've hinted at the beginning of this video. Now, at first, it will sound pretty silly, but once I explain it to you, it will make sense. You see, in my opinion, your taste in music corresponds totally to your taste in woman. And you may be asking, oh, and why is that? Well, you see, of course we can take this literally and say that, of course, when you listen to degenerate music, that just puts you into this trance state, when you're basically high, just, being addicted to the music and not even comprehending the world around you. Then yeah, sure, you like the degenerate music, but you also like degenerate women also. Those kinds of women who are damaged, who have father issues. Those kinds of women that you don't really have to try in order to get to them. All you have to do is just slightly improve your physique, and that's everything. And then all you have to do is just analyze her dad and what he has never given to her, and then just slowly but surely give it to her until she will submit to you, and then just slowly, ghost her, just like her dad, and she will be attracted to you. It sounds fucked, but trust me, it works. And other people can confirm it to you. I have never done it, thankfully, in my entire life. But it's just that easy. Some women are really dumb like that. And that just shows your values as a man also. But also at the same time, if you prefer the positive music that bring you into a actually good mood, those that motivate you when you have them playing in the background while you're editing a video, while you're, reading a book, while you're working on a business work or a homework, for example, those that help you achieve your goals, those that are aligned to your purpose layer because they are helping you, they are motivating you, and they are strengthening you so that you can achieve your long-term goals even easier. Those kinds of music show me your good values as a man. Because you see, when you listen to Minecraft music or this no copyright sound music or positive music in general, like for example Coldplay makes or Imagine Dragons, the music that gets you hyped, that gets you pumped, like for example Believer by Imagine Dragons, but it can be also positive music that brings you into a good mood, like for example Coldplay and Chainsmokers, something like this. That is a pretty positive music also, and I like to listen to those kinds of musics while I'm editing these videos, for example, because they bring me into this state of flow. They help me to concentrate better. And doesn't that just symbolize that girl who has been there with you since day one? The quality future wife that you've been seeking all this time. Like for example you, listening to that positive music to bring you into a good mood. On your most down bad days where you just don't feel like it, where you are literally crying yourself to sleep. That completely symbolizes her comforting you, saying that it will be okay. There is this saying that goes, women want to have fun, but they don't want to be your fun. Meaning that they're attracted to men who have some kind of purpose in life, that they are using the woman as a source of motivation to fulfill it, to achieve their long-term goals. And so when you have no purpose in life, and you actively seek out women in public, like you go to these degenerate clubs, then you have no purpose in life, and you will slowly repel her. Like the only reason she will be with you is because she's getting something from you that she wasn't getting from her father, and that is completely fucked, right? And so if you're actually the high value man who has a good character, who refuses the status quo and wants to become the best version of himself so that he gets successful in the three big desires of man in health, wealth and relationships, then I know that you want to pick the positive music that brings you into a good mood whilst you're working on something that is giving you fulfillment in life. And this can be, for example, like listening to this music in radio because you're driving somewhere, you have a destination where you want to go, and so you're being fulfilled whilst you're making progress on the road towards it. And so yeah, when you have this purpose in life, this life goal, this skill that you want to master, this purpose in your life, and you're using music to motivate yourself to be more focused on this task that you want to finish to get closer to achieving your goals, then women will see that you have a fun life and they will be attracted to you. And that way, more positive songs will get recommended to you. That's just how the law of attraction works as a man. As a man, you need to prioritize your purpose above everything, and you will attract everything. Money, woman, status, you get what I'm saying. And so now, bro, it is time for you to make the choice. Do you want to listen to these degenerate musics that literally brings you into a state of trance, like for example you're high? Or do you want to listen to positive music that improve your mental health, that literally make you a happier person, a more focused person? Do you want to choose the instant gratification or the delayed gratification? Of course, the degenerate music being instant gratification and the positive music being delayed gratification. You get what I'm saying. The choice is yours, my friend. And if you pick these positive musics, then I'm inviting you into our clan Discord server in the description, because I believe that you have way more potential than you think you have. And plus, if you're watching this video 17 minutes in, then I know that you're living for the long term, that I know that you want to become the best version of yourself. And so if you want to abandon the status quo and make me, for example, part of the 5 people that you spend the most time with, then you can join our clan Discord server and you can grow with us like there's no tomorrow. You can do self-improvement the right way by improving your mental health with us. I know that you will find your place in there and you can leave the 99% of people in the world in the dust. You'll make so much more progress with having healthy competition like us with you than by spending the rest of your life with these degenerates by your side. You can subscribe if you like, you can like the video or something, comment on which part of the video you liked the most and which part you will implement. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching this video, and remember, no one is better at being you